I'm Joe.
I'm Taylor.
I was about to say I'm Taylor.
No, it's me. I'm Taylor. It's my birthday.
It's his birthday, and for a very special edition of Let Me Rant,
I look forward to this.
I'm going to rant about Taylor today and roast Taylor. Taylor gets thoroughly roasted. There are specific rules for the roast. I couldn't talk about past history. I couldn't talk about anything specific that would get him in trouble. I had to do only things that were critical.
It cut down the list by 3/4.
It cut the whole book. So these are the ones that I could talk about that I think many people that know Taylor or his wife can agree are problems that we really cannot stand about Taylor.
One question.
So you can throw ideas to me too, like of things that we also don't like that we can also get like pitched ideas for you.
On Facebook, they did ask about how you felt about me waxing my chest.
Yeah. Writing more.
We are still recording, you know.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
More does this goes back to episode.
Do you still shave completely with a razor?
Where?
You know where. Get over here.
It's all no. You know what? Yeah, I do. It's about deforestation. People manscape, but I say fuck that. Just deforestation.
I used the buzzer for a long time, but
crazy fuck. No, it's just no. You don't use the buzzer down there. You use if anything, it's the top area. The balls. It's a razor.
Look like fucking Vietnam down there after I was
garbage fire.
So, anyways,
Is that part of your rant?
No, this is back to that was my number 6. Taylor is feminine but not gay.
Thank you.
part of my rant about Taylor. But let's just start off the top, the things off the top of my head. Taylor has a really weird problem of being super early to everything. I don't understand why. It's like ridiculously early. Like when I went to the airport with him, we actually got this on video. We were going on vacation in the Caribbean. He wanted to be, was it 2.5 or 3 hours to the airport, right? Was it 3 hours?
Yeah.
He wanted to be 3 hours earlier. This is before 9/11, right?
Yeah.
Before 9/11.
No, that
was after. Okay. He wanted to be 3 hours early to the airport to check in, and we had to wait. We were there. We got through customs we got through the airport in 30 minutes or probably 20 minutes. And we had to wait 2.5 hours for our flight. Also, Taylor couldn't feel rushed, so we could be early.
This is early. That's just me.
So today, I told him I wanted to go to Costco, and then because I don't have a membership, but Taylor gets me in. This is going to go along with the other rants about Taylor.
Thank you.
So I wanted to go to Costco and be early. Not early. I wanted to go to Costco and be there it closed at 6. I wanted to be there 5 or wanted to be here at 5. So then he sent me a text. And I know him. I know how he's feeling. And he sends me a text like panicking, like the day before. He says, okay. And I didn't think about the Costco the next day, but it's on Taylor's mind. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about like the Costco, and then we got to do the show and stuff like that. So he sends me a text like, are you sure? Are you sure? It's okay. And I know why he's saying that, because he's sitting there sweating because it's going to close at 6. He can be here at 5. We're cutting it close. So it's my Costco trip, and I'm not like, I don't care, and I'm going to buy like nothing like as usual there. And Taylor's like, oh my god, are we going to be able to make it? Like he's really overthinking it, right?
Well, that's just how I am, though. At least go ahead.
So then we go there, and then Taylor comes over. I say 4:30. He shows up at the house at 4:11. So he's even early to the early time, and he shows up at 4:11, and he's sitting there and he's catching up on the couch with my old roommate, who are all friends. He's talking to him about his work and stuff like that. And Taylor's like up, he's like sweating, he's adjusting his shirt, and he's like ready to go. I'm just sitting there like killing gnats in the kitchen, and like Taylor's just sitting there like, are we gonna? So I see him getting up and getting sweaty. Okay, Taylor, let's go, right? And we get in the car. I can just see him just nervous. Like, are we get there on time? I only really need to get toilet paper and like another thing, right?
Yeah.
And we get to Costco, and I think we arrived at Costco at like 4:45 or whatever.
Yeah.
Taylor grabs a cart, and he just starts running, like darting into the store. And I only need to pick up like 2 things, and he's just like running, and he goes to the toilet paper section, and he's just sitting there like, I'm like, I don't have the list ready. Like, I don't know what Taylor's doing. But it's very bizarre, his earliness, right? And almost like if you're not on his early schedule, and I know you're gonna agree with this, Taylor's wife, whatever. If you're not on a schedule, he's mad at you because you're not on a schedule. Like he's pissed, like he's mad. Like if you're not ready to go, when he's ready to go, he's like looking at. He's like, "What the hell? I thought we were gonna go." And he's like pissed off at you because you're not. Is this true, Taylor? Is this true? This happened.
Yes. I hate waiting.
Also, the other thing too is like Taylor's super afraid of everything, which is point number 2, and this goes along with that. Like he's super afraid of being late or stuff like that, right? Super afraid of everything, right? You're afraid of ghosts and stuff like that, whatever, right?
Yes.
He's afraid of ghosts, yet he has furniture of dead people in his house and a dead body in your house.
That's Priscilla's.
You have an actual dead body in your house.
Priscilla said no, it's a fake, but it's a small skeleton of a child, looks like.
And by a dead body, I mean he has a skeleton of a small child, right?
Yes.
In there? Does it look at you at night?
It's on my grandmother's chair.
Oh, it's even worse.
Next to our huge sock monkey under a blanket, looks at you when you walk out of the living room. That's Priscilla's doing, not mine.
So, like, Taylor's afraid of everything. Like, it's just weird. Like, Taylor's afraid. Like, what are you afraid of, Taylor? Like, tell the audience.
What am I afraid of?
Yeah.
I don't know. I get really weird about.
You're afraid of ghosts.
Movies,
you're afraid of the dark.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Yeah.
What's your new scared thing that you're afraid of?
You know what? It's I think being late actually really my big thing is
being late, stuff like that.
I start work at 8:00. I get to work at 7:00, and then
he gets to work at 7.
I live 20 minutes away from my job. I leave at 6:45 or 6:40.
Now, people might think like that's a good thing. Like, wow, what a great diligent employee and stuff like that to have, right? To me, it's just bizarre. It's just weird. Like,
I get to work and I get my coffee and I sit at my computer and I just hang out there. I'll do stuff for the site or I'll write or whatever, but I'll get there and I'll be there for anybody.
Also, Taylor is attached to weird things, right? Like your grandmother's furniture, right? Stuff like that.
That's not a weird thing. It's just my grandmother's furniture.
It's furniture.
Yes. It's her recliner.
You have pictures.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
What else do you have of hers after she died?
I have our dinner table.
You have a picture of her, right?
Yeah, a picture of her.
Yeah, I know you have that.
Yeah. Dinner table. We have a love seat and we have her recliner.
No one thinks that's weird.
No. Why do you think it's weird? Why do you think it's weird?
Because it looks like hell. The furniture, it's so dated.
Yeah.
I understand. Everyone's going to be like, oh, well, leave them alone with furniture stuff, whatever, right? If you saw a picture of this couch, it is like bad 50s. Like, not even good 50s.
No. She bought that in the 90s.
Put it on the Instagram account and let the viewers... She bought it in the 90s, but she bought it at a 50s retro store?
No.
And stuff like that. So, are you ever going to be able to get rid of this furniture?
Yeah, we can buy some more, yeah.
I said get rid of the furniture.
Get rid of it? Oh, yeah, I assume so. Yeah.
You just said you're going to add to it. So Taylor's attached to weird stuff. Like Taylor's attached to everything. Like, everything in Taylor's life is attached to. Like if he has a job, he will never leave the job ever under any circumstances.
Isn't that everybody's
ever? I mean ever. Like you will never leave the job. Like even if the job opportunity came up, you'd be so. It's a combination. You'd be afraid and attached. So you're attached and afraid.
Well, yeah.
Two things you fear most. You won't tell the boss because you're afraid to tell him you're leaving, and you're attached to the job because it's what you know.
Well, no, it's more you don't want to go to another job and then fail and then be like, well, fuck, I burned the last bridge, so I can't go back there. So now
even if this show was taking off and you were making all this money, like you wouldn't leave the job, would you?
Yeah, I'd fit it in.
Fit in over there. So okay. Taylor's attached to weird stuff. Like he has weird like stuffed animals he's attached to.
Whoa. What are you talking about there? What stuffed animals? You know all stuffed animals I have are from Priscilla. She has almost stuffed animals, so you take that up with her. You and Priscilla, you have it out.
I don't think she's attached to them. I think you're attached to them.
She bought them from me.
And then what else? Taylor's attached to weird stuff. What else is you attached to?
What, my dragons?
Oh yeah, he has these dragons that he just loves from years ago. And I'm not talking about any like crazy like Game of Thrones like specialty dragons or whatever. They're like the dragons that you would go to at the swap meet, and a weird dragon guy has weird dragons, and Taylor's like, "Can I have some of those dragons, sir?" Like they're weird like novelty dragons.
Weird dragon guy.
Like back in the day when like they had the weird dragons and they have like crystal eyes or crystals in their hands like that or whatever. Taylor has bought every single one ever made and has a collection of them.
Yeah. and have them on a shelf, in a black shelf, in like a tower, along with pictures of my grandmother.
That's even more weird. So you have like a shrine to your dead grandmother. So you have dragons holding crystals next to dead baby skeletons on a couch, and then over that you have her photo.
It's a creepy corner.
Like the picture you're painting does not sound good.
I live there. I'm happy. I'm fine.
It sounds like on those like on Narcos, where they have like the shrine corner.
Yeah.
Right? It sounds like you built the shrine corner for your grandmother out of a bunch of like dead and fantasy related objects.
No. It's just something that happened to be.
Now my grandmother is not dead, but she's what is she?
I'm not gonna say anything bad. I'm like you. I'm not gonna
I'm not talking bad about your grandmother. I'm talking bad about you.
You're a furniture though.
Yeah.
Taste in furniture.
For an old lady, at the time, her taste was fine. I'm talking about your taste of furniture. I'm talking about your taste specifically, right? Now, my grandmother is not dead, but I would never have any of this stuff. My grandfather's dead. Tell me what do I have of my grandfather lying around?
I don't know. Tell me.
Nothing. Because it's weird.
Did you have anything?
He had lots of stuff.
Did he leave anything to you?
I don't know.
Well, see? That's why.
I didn't have time to process the situation of him like passing away, because like it was a weird situation. Like your grandpa died and then your grandma died?
Other way around. Grandmother died and then a couple of months later he died.
Okay. So like there was a point where you guys had to take all the stuff and clear the house and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
I didn't have that with like my grandparents, right?
Yeah.
So like the grandma or grandpa died, and then grandma didn't know she had a house, so like they had to move her out and then like take the stuff out.
Well, it's because of her situation.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a very weird situation. So it was like a gradual letdown.
Yeah.
Like so there was no like going to their house and getting an inheritance like that. It was what like no one know where the stuff went, and the next thing you know, there were renters in the house. So like that's how it like ended up, right? So Taylor's weird is the point of that. What happened to the house?
Sold it. You know,
you guys ever lived in it?
Yeah, I could have got it.
Jesus. Again, Taylor's afraid of everything. This is what makes me so mad about Taylor.
Okay, no.
This is what makes me so mad about Taylor.
Okay.
Taylor, in 2013,
Jesus.
When houses in your area were $350, did I not tell you to buy houses all the time? I'm the resident.
I think you threw a pen at me.
I'm the resident housing expert. I told Taylor to buy houses. Did I or did I not?
Yeah.
And did you?
No.
And why? Because you're afraid of everything, right?
I was being money smart.
Money smart.
I don't understand.
They're now $550,000. You lost $200,000. How's that being money smart?
Money's worth more now.
Money's worth less now. Technically, that would mean that money's worth less now.
No.
Okay.
No, accept it.
So Taylor's stubborn. That's the number. Okay, so what you could have bought the house.
I couldn't have. No, I would.
Now I'm even more angry with you. You could have bought the house. She
would have given it to me if I would have asked.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And my mom always told me, "Why didn't you ask for it?" And I said, "I don't know. I didn't want to ask for it. I didn't want to." And then so it was a.
So what instead did Taylor get? His grandma got him a truck. That what did you do? You sold for another car. As soon as you could get another car, he sold the truck. So, like. If your grandma's furniture was worth something to get new furniture, do you really like the furniture, or would you sell the furniture?
It just fits in our place. That's all.
But you sold the truck to get another car.
Yeah, but there was.
But that's a truck.
No, but I needed a truck. That truck was old and breaking down.
And the furniture is not old and breaking down. You said you had to put a piece of wood to straighten it out.
Well, yeah, because you kept dipping into the. Cushions.
Why is it dipping in?
I don't know.
Because it's old and worthless.
No, it is broken in.
That's not broken in. Who broke that in? Who sat on that and broke the wood on that?
I don't know.
I sat on it. The wood wasn't broken.
I know. It was comfortable. You sat on it and watched.
So anyways, so who did the house go to? Was it probate?
No, it was my mom had to sell it.
And is that her only daughter?
No, I'm an uncle as well.
So they divided the house?
Yes, they split the money.
Jesus Christ. And where'd the money go?
Probably currently to, I don't know, help my mom. And they split up. I don't know. I want you to deal with it. I'm not her money manager.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Taylor. Oh.
But yes, it was a nice house. It was a.
And when did she die?
Oh, she died about 10 years. Right before I started dating Priscilla. So about 10 years ago.
Jesus Christ, Taylor. This is just like a Taylor makes bad decisions. This is gonna be Taylor bad decisions. This is over there.
It was I was kind of, I didn't want to be that guy. I hate, personally, I hate asking for things. I hate asking for really anything. It's just, if they give it to me, whatever. If not, but I hate asking for shit.
Do you know why that your grandma never gave you that house?
Because I never asked for it.
You never asked for it. Not because you're a needy person. Not because you're a person that
my mom told me she
is a beggar.
She would have in a heartbeat given it.
She didn't think you wanted it. Is the problem? She didn't think you wanted the house because you never asked for it. She's probably like, this old house. Why would Taylor want it? It's a piece of junk. I don't want it.
It's a nice house. It was big and spacious.
Jesus Christ!
They added
I've actually been there. Actually, I remember. I've been there. So that decision is going to cost you your life savings, your wife's life savings, and her family's life savings, all because you didn't ask a question. See, Taylor, again, he won't ask a question. That's the biggest problem with Taylor. Like, he won't, like, whenever there's, like, everyone's in a room, like, I imagine there's a room and Hitler's, like, sitting there and he's like, all right, all of us, we're going to kill Jews, all of us here. If one person, don't mind you, one person in this room says, opposes this, I will not kill the Jew. I will not do this, whatever. Taylor's in the corner. Maybe I should. I guess I won't speak up. Just sit in the corner.
I like your extreme example.
My logical example, my total example of what you would do.
Yeah.
You know how everyone says, like, if Hitler was rampaging through our society, I would stand up to him and I wouldn't put up with it. Taylor's be like, not me. I'd be there. I'd take orders for the general. I would, if he wanted me to drive the trains, I would drive the trains. I would. But do you see how, like, not stepping up in certain situations could certainly help once in a while?
Yes.
Can you name a time in your life
hindsight
when there needed to be something done and you sat there and said, I'll do it? Courageously.
No, because last time I said no, I don't know. It's probably at work. I wanted to do something.
But not like that. Like someone said, who thinks this is a bad idea? Did you ever say, I think it's a bad idea? Have you ever done that in your life with anything?
Been that guy.
Have you ever been that guy once? Like one time in your life?
No, I can't remember. If I did, maybe. I don't know. I'll say yes, but I can't give you an example, though. Just to try to save some face. But probably not. No, never. I don't know.
Okay, so the other thing about Taylor is he always, every damn month, this guy is on some stupid freaking diet. Like, Taylor's the only one I know who's perpetually on a diet all the time, constantly. Like, you've been on a diet for 9 years.
I look great.
Okay, how much did you weigh before you started your dieting?
218.
How much do you weigh now?
I'm rocking at 202 right now. But I was down to 180. I was working at the Marcus. I was down to 180. Okay. And I gained it all back.
Why'd you gain it all back?
Because I stopped working out with Marcus. And I had to be in it because I wasn't disciplined and I wasn't working out on my own as much as I should.
So your dieting isn't necessarily working, but when you're working out and being active, that actually worked.
Yes. So now I'm back to being active and working. Except here, because when I come to your house, you were like the worst influence in the world. My show
is until next year, Taylor. This is the Let Me Rant Taylor edition.
And again, going back to, I'm afraid to say no. So
it's true. He is afraid to say no. So I offered him lots of donuts and candy. He's powered through the candy on this. You guys can't see it, but he has.
I know what you're talking about.
He's also no one gets mad at you for being on your weird diets all the time, constantly. Like when you have to go eat somewhere.
No. You know what? Priscilla gets kind of weird sometimes.
I knew it. I knew she would because. She does like to be subject to your whims of a diet. Like
she can't eat anywhere because I eat a certain way.
Or like if you guys, the only thing you guys do is like go out to dinner and movies and stuff like that or whatever, right? And you're like taking away half of that away from the date. Well, and then you're like, well, don't worry, I'll just enjoy you. I'll just watch you eat. And it's like, how much weirder is that on a date when you're just like this? You're like, so when are you gonna finish?
We're enjoying each other. I'll have some iced tea. I'll have some water with lemon, and I'll be good.
Does she enjoy you enjoying your iced tea?
She says, "I don't care as long as she can eat." She says, "Don't bother her and her meal. But I tried to get her one time. One time, I took her to a vegan place to eat.
What a bad boyfriend. What a bad husband. How could you?
Time. So I took her right, and
that could have jeopardized the marriage. Right there.
So I took her to the vegan place, and we ate. And then as soon as she was done, she's like, "I'm still hungry. I want chocolate and carbs." And so we had to go and get her like pizza or hot dog or something because she was so pissy about it. She wanted a hot dog and carbs. Because my diet, I was okay because I was okay. You know, I was kind of disciplined, but no, I couldn't. So that was the first and only time I tried to have her adhere to what I was doing to see, to be my support, whatever. It didn't work. So now it's more of like, let me eat what I want, and you can do whatever weird stuff you want, as you called it.
You're Mexican, part of a Mexican family.
That's the rumor.
Okay, is there anything at all available within your diet that you can eat
in Mexico
at any of the family parties you go to?
Oh,
at all?
Water,
chicken and water, pretty much.
Well, chicken, yeah, chicken.
Chicken and water.
Any type of fruit they have out, if they cut up fruit and so forth. But no, just I'm just okay. So right now,
I have never been to a Mexican party where they cut up fruit. It's never happened. Not once.
Maybe in the cake.
It's
yeah, the cake.
It's never happened.
But like right now I'm doing a detox, so I'm trying to,
I don't let them. I don't tolerate any of this
stuff.
I don't. I make them eat a bunch of junk food over here.
It's really difficult being over here.
At my house, it's a dream. I got candy, I got soda, I got rock stars, I got freaking anything you want. I got it. Everything.
It's gonna happen. Priscilla's gonna give me the stink eye when she hears this,
mm-hmm.
and she's like, "You were dieting, and you couldn't eat this, and you over there, and you ate candy, and you had rock stars."
Paradise of all the junk food you could possibly eat. I got it all over here. Every bit of it. Every last bit.
I put a picture on Instagram of our one day we had Jersey Mike's and pizza and shit.
That was just like a Saturday.
Yeah, and then what? Like the one Saturday I was here, you brought out a fucking suitcase full of candy and shit from the 99-cent store that was going to bed. We ate those nasty Pop-Tarts that were the
A&W Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
We didn't do a show on that. We should do a show on that.
No, we were too sick with our stomachs for all that crap we ate.
It's good food.
Yeah, it's all 99-cent store stuff here.
So there you go. And then let's see. Taylor also only got into comic books when it was cool. Taylor was never into comic books ever until it started becoming cool. As soon as Taylor caught the wind of it being like something popular,
deep cut. No, that's not.
He jumped on it. He's the Chris Hardwick of.
Damn, that's low.
Yeah, of Flip Monkey Media.
No,
he did that. He only got it when it was cool.
Nope, I was in it.
When did you own your first comic book?
I was in 4th or 5th grade.
I never saw it at your house. All the times I moved you, all the times.
They were in my long boxes full of comics. They were in there.
Your long boxes?
Yeah.
You just started ordering your long boxes.
No, I used to have like, before I bought long boxes.
I'm demanding a receipt on this show.
Jesus,
I'm demanding a receipt from your comic books before 2007.
Oh no way! The Comic Cult in Norwalk was actually closed down, and I think I bought it cash. Cause I used to go to my mom and ask for $5 because there was a comic series and the comic arc called Executioner Song.
Okay, number 6 complaint is in dispute. Note that number 6 is in dispute from Taylor. Of whether it was the comic books.
Song. That was that, and then she went and she bought me all 4 of the 2009.
I only remember you being on the Dragons. That's it. That's all you were into.
X-Men, Doom, Spider-Man, and I think was it Ravage 2099. Was it Ravage 2099? Those are the 4 comics I went and got like when they first came out. I remember Mom getting. I can tell you about it all day. I don't care. I'll let you know.
He wasn't. It's not true. He's the Chris Hardwick of this show. Only when it was cool.
Is there anything else on your list?
I can make more stuff.
You want to talk about my birthday at our old company?
What happened?
The best birthday ever at our old company.
Oh yeah, that too. Oh yeah, the best. Taylor's really great because everything bad always happens to him, and like this is like a positive about Taylor. Whenever something like good has happened to him, he's like nervous that something bad is going to happen to him all the time. It's very fucking weird. I don't understand why.
I expect the rest to hope for the best.
No, you never hope for the best. He's lying. He expects the worst, and when the worst happens, he goes, yes. Told you it was going to happen to me. I knew this was going to happen. This is exactly what I prepared for my entire life. like, Oh my God. Like I wasn't around when you got like laid off from your company or your last company or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I was there for the previous layoff. I was there for the previous firing and the previous laying off.
Thank you.
Right? 2 separate times, right? And the one time it was so great. He was fired on his birthday, and he had.
Well, I wasn't fired. The company closed.
They laid off a bunch of people, right?
The whole company closed on my birthday.
And Taylor had his birthday cake, and he was so happy. And he walked by, and he's like, "It's my birthday!" And he had the birthday cake, and he walked out as he was being escorted out with the rest of the company. There's no one I know that just revels in like despair and agony more than Taylor.
Do you want to talk about what you were doing on that day when the company closed?
Which
How
one?
you emptied out your refrigerator?
Oh, I robbed the shit out of that place. I mean, who doesn't rob their company before it was closing?
People were taking monitors and putting them in trash cans and putting them on chairs and wheeling them to their cars. Joe opened up a mini fridge, took out the trays, whatever, and stuffed them full of Dells.
We ransacked the shit out of that place. And I mean, here's the thing. If like you don't do that when your company's closing, like how does you properly close a company? Let me explain to you, right? I've learned this by working at real companies.
Is that fire sale?
You're supposed to have everyone escorted out. You're supposed to say the company's closing, have security escort everyone out, and have them have a box of things at their desk and monitor everyone leaving, right? Whatever. Thus, you prevent the ransacking of the corporate offices. Like
there was no security at all on that day. Everybody stole everything. Chairs, desks, computers, monitors, keyboards, mice, hard drives.
I think I carried the fridge out full of computers on the chairs.
Yes, you did.
I think I did.
You were wheeling it past the owner.
I don't know why. Like, no one ever said anything.
Like, they did. I remember your boss did track those computers because they were
that's true.
I had a computer with that label on it.
Yeah, the statute of limitations up so we can talk about it now.
Yes.
But, yeah, he was like, I know you guys did that. Did you have to do that, whatever? And I'm like, yes. Don't see. And he's like, whatever, I don't care. Yeah. But
yeah. And we had to all come back for our last paycheck.
And I do it again. If I have the opportunity.
In this company, for Monkey Media?
I'll do it in a second. I'll put that on my resume. We'll steal for real. So
we'll steal when the company closes.
Yes, exactly.
Look forward to it.
So there you go. So that's Taylor. That's what he gets for all that stuff. Is that good, Taylor?
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday, Taylor.
Thank you.
Now we're gonna do some other shows.
Yeah. First, we're gonna get some air in here because it's hot as hell.
Yes, we're ready to get some air. Get some air, and there you go.